A school in Michigan has expelled an 11-year-old boy after he disarmed a fellow student and unloaded the gun. His crime? The school called it weapons possession. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another case of zero tolerance policies in schools making a mess of a situation. But this time it's not over a Second Amendment t-shirt or a kid with a Nerf gun or even a BB gun in the room during a Zoom call. Instead, the boy in question did something that many would call and are calling heroic. He learned that another student was armed, managed to take the gun away, unloaded the weapon, disassembled it, and threw away the ammo. However, he didn't tell an adult about the incident until later, fearing that if he told a teacher, it would implicate him as well, and he would get in trouble for it. Which, unfortunately, is exactly what happened anyway. Now, before I get into the details on this one, I'd like to take a moment to shout out my friends over at Ammo Squared. Ammo Squared helps you stay stocked up on ammo automatically with a set it and forget it approach that lets you pick your calibers, your monthly budget, and how often you want it shipped, so you never have to worry about ammo shortages or changing prices locally or online ever again. Their company is designed to help gun owners stock up on ammo on literally any budget. This monthly budget can be anything from the price of a few boxes to the price of a single round if that's how much you can spare. Everything about it is fully customizable with 70 calibers to choose from, stored in a climate-controlled environment until you decide to have it shipped discreetly to your door, and all orders of $250 or more are shipped completely free. There's no minimum to buy, no membership fees, and all ammo is factory new from brands that you trust. I also had the privilege of hanging out with the owners at the Goals 2025 event this year, and they were awesome people that really believe in freedom. So thank you to Ammo Squared for providing such a cool service to gun owners since 2015. Back to today's story. According to mom Savitra McClurkin, her son Sakir Everett is an A and B student in 7th grade at Dwight Rich School of the Arts in Lansing, Michigan. Or at least he was until this expulsion. He is a student athlete that has never been in trouble before and has experience with firearms from hunting. All of that changed in May when the disassembled gun was found in an undisclosed area of the school after the school day. Police were called to the school around 4:15 p.m. on May 22nd. They said at the time that there were no arrests, but later confirmed that they arrested a 12-year-old boy. Parents were informed that a weapon was recovered at school around 8 p.m. that night and that no one was hurt. The following statement was sent out to parents. Dear Dwight Rich families, we want to inform you of a situation that occurred at the end of the school day. A disassembled, unloaded weapon was found in campus. The weapon was swiftly recovered without incident. All students and safe, I believe that's supposed to say staff, remained safe throughout the situation. We understand that news like this could be concerning. Please know that the safety and well-being of our students and staff is always our top priority. We are taking this matter very seriously and are following all appropriate protocols. If you or your child has any concerns, please feel free to reach out to the principal or school staff. As always, we are committed to providing a safe, supportive, and secure learning environment for all students. If you have any questions or would like to speak further, please don't hesitate to contact our office. Thank you for your partnership and continued support. I'm hoping that it wasn't also with all of those typing and spelling errors, because that in and of itself would be pretty concerning. According to McClurkin and NBC, 11-year-old Sakir was in the school's bathroom when a classmate took out a gun. Sakir panicked, knowing that guns weren't allowed in school, but he's been hunting and was taught gun safety by his godfather, so he took the gun away from the other child, cleared the weapon, disassembled it, threw away the ammo, and, for whatever reason, hid the gun in a heater, saying that he didn't want it, but he didn't want anyone to mess with it and possibly hurt someone either. He said that he was afraid to get in trouble for taking it apart and didn't want the other student to get in trouble either, so he didn't speak up right away. Some reports say that he later told a teacher, others say that other students reported it, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. He got in trouble and was expelled. Now, a few days after the incident, the school announced that they were going to install metal detectors, as well as the use of handheld wands and an increase in school staffing. In a letter to the parents, the school said that the new safety measures were part of their commitment to maintaining a safe and secure learning environment. Little other information about the incident was made public. It wasn't made clear what disciplinary actions were made against the 12-year-old who brought the gun to school, but a couple of weeks ago, Sakir's mother spoke out about the incident. She said that her son, who was not the child who was arrested, had disarmed the arrested student, taken apart the gun, tossed the ammo, etc., thinking that he was protecting his fellow classmates. But after the incident, the school expelled him for weapons possession. She said that she had been trying to get a hold of the school administration to discuss it for months, but that they wouldn't return her calls. So she went to the school board meeting earlier this month. Even at the meeting, the school board refused to talk to her and refused to comment.
At Thursday night's board meeting, the Lansing School District declined to comment on the issue, even after McClurkin took the stand during public comment.
They are setting my child up for failure. They're setting him up to be a statistic. And I've been doing everything in my will and my power to keep him from that. After 180 days, they may or may not reinstate him. So then what?
Requests for information from the school went unanswered, except the following statement given to WILX News 10. In May 2025, a serious incident involving a firearm occurred at Dwight Rich Middle School. After a thorough investigation and in accordance with Michigan law regarding dangerous weapons on school property, the Lansing School District determined that expulsion was necessary. Expulsion is never a decision the district takes lightly. It is always considered a last resort. However, Michigan law provides very clear direction in cases involving dangerous weapons. The investigation, which included statements and video evidence, left no ambiguity and required this outcome. The Lansing School District has both a legal and moral responsibility to ensure the safety of all students and staff. While this decision is difficult, our priority remains creating and maintaining a secure environment where learning can take place without fear. Upholding these standards is essential to protecting our school community. The school further warned that the so-called selective details given in the media were misleading, but declined to specify or clear up those details, citing privacy concerns. Officials emphasized that no student would be punished for disarming or disabling a weapon to protect others, but they also warned that selective details shared in the media have created a misleading narrative. While student privacy laws limit what can be disclosed, the district said expulsion applies when a student possesses, brandishes, plays with, or shows off a weapon on school grounds. So it sounds like they are considering the field stripping of the firearm to be either possession or playing with. The school told NBC, unfortunately, the full account of the incident has not been reported, and statements appear to have been offered selectively to create a false narrative. But again, at this point, it is the only narrative that we have. It's entirely possible that the boy or his mother are lying, but waiting 5 months to go to the media would definitely be a long game. Now, Sakir has been expelled for a year, leaving his mom juggling work, cutting hours to homeschool him, and keeping his education going, as she says that even the district's online school and 4 other schools in the area are honoring the expulsion, and the school provided no other resources for her or her son. Someone close to the family has set up a GoFundMe to help the family with expenses, which I will link down in the description. Now, should Sakir have told an adult? Yeah. Should he have hid the gun in the heater? No. But 11-year-olds aren't necessarily the most responsible and reasonable decision makers because they are children. And he said that he was afraid of getting in trouble, which is exactly what happened in the end anyway, all thanks to zero-tolerance policies. Now, of course, the school would be legally obligated to expel him if he possessed the gun or brandished it or was playing with it in school, but that doesn't sound to be the case of what actually happened, at least with the details we currently have. The act of taking the gun, clearing it, and disassembling it is pretty impressive. The kid might have prevented some bad things from happening by acting on instinct, and the school's response is that now he's no longer allowed to learn or get an education. It doesn't sound like a punishment that really fits the bill. At the end of the day, an answer to mom's questions and an alternative resource for school is the least the district could provide. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this video. You guys know the drill for all of the algorithm things. Please do them, and as always, thanks for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and happy shooting.